Hi, this is Dan Eisenberg from Scale Up Milwaukee. We're having another one of our many hangouts with prominent entrepreneurs in the greater Milwaukee region. And with us today we have Giacomo Fallucca, who's the CEO and one of the owners of Palermo Pizza. So Giacomo, just say hello to the audience.
Hello, how are you guys doing today?
We're going to be talking about growth. As we've said many times, these hangouts are short and they're sweet. The main purpose of Scale Up Milwaukee is to show that rapid growth is possible in the Milwaukee region, that's southeast Wisconsin, and to help create those examples of growth, spread the word, to inspire and increase the level of ambition of more companies. Because more companies grow more rapidly, well then the economy grows. It's just common sense. And Giacomo, we've had a number of sessions with a group of CEOs of the larger companies in the Milwaukee area, and you've been one of them. Just tell us in a headline, everyone knows Palermo Pizza as a brand, but what is Palermo Pizza as a company? What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to be?
Well, we're an entrepreneurial company that serves and unites. That's what we do. We're in the pizza business, but we serve our employees, we serve our customers, and we unite them all with our amazing pizzas.
What makes you special? I mean, there are little pizza shops all over the world, it seems, but you've grown to be a substantial company.
Well, you know, it sounds cliche, but it's our people that do make us special. We're focused on a mission, and that involves innovation, it involves growth, it involves winning. We like to win. We like to win with our employees and win with our customers. That's it.
Let's talk about innovation, Giacomo. I don't think that if you said the word pizza to most people, they'd say, oh, innovation. But I know we've talked about this. Where's the innovation in Palermo?
Well, the innovation is finding the white space in pizza. Where are the gaps in pizza?
Okay.
What are consumers looking for in pizza? Consumers are becoming more focused with their food and their experiences. So it's our job to find that. Okay,
and Screaming Sicilian's an example we've talked about. Tell us about that.
Well, Screaming Sicilian is a pizza that is it's a craft produced, locally sourced. It's taking all of our expertise and pizza knowledge and saying, let's make the best tasting frozen pizza with all the highest quality ingredients, the best processing, edgy flavors, edgy packaging, and let's find a spot where consumers resonate to. So it's about relevancy. We believe that Screaming Sicilian is a relevant product.
Relevant to certain market segments, I assume.
Absolutely, yes.
So can you give us some numbers?
Well, Screaming Sicilian is a brand that went from $1 million in 2012 to $100 million in 2016 is where that's going to be. So very, very fast growth, and that just shows the market was ready for a product like Screaming Sicilian.
It also shows to me that there's something about what you've learned over the two generations as a company to do business. Shows something about what you've learned, because there are very few companies in the world that have grown from $1 million to $100 million in 3.5 or 4 years. I had to ask it. What's the secret sauce?
It's intensity. I would say it's my my family's immigration roots. And what do immigrants have when they come to this country? Survival. Do what it takes to grow. Focusing on what's going to make the business successful, and it's doing all of that, but it's that kind of a focus.
You talked about people being winning with your people, and that's absolutely key. The company has grown up in the Milwaukee region, and You seem to be staying here at least for the foreseeable
Yes.
future. What makes the Milwaukee area a rich place to grow this kind of business?
Well, first of all, I would say that we have an affinity with our state and local government. And so we have taken the attitude that we're going to embrace our local officials in a way that helps us to leverage all the things that we need to do to establish Milwaukee as our home base. And I mean, that's really number one.
What does that mean? Is that tax breaks, or is it?
No, it means that I would go to Rocky Marcoux at the city of Milwaukee and many years ago saying we need to grow our facility, and where are the options, and where is the land, and how can we partner together, and here's what I bring to the table and what can you bring. But it includes a dialogue, and that dialogue now begins to grow and saying we have opportunities here in this location. Great, we love this location. So now how can we be a business that gives back to Milwaukee in a number of ways? And so that's what I mean. We don't want to continue to take. We moved here, people thought, oh, you got the land for free. No, I didn't get the land for free. I paid full dollar for the land and for my building, you know. And any incentives I received is because incentives that we invested in. We gave the city an opportunity to do that. So it's not just tax breaks. It's more than that. It's giving back to the city. It's partnering with our state and local government in a variety of ways.
For those people who don't know, Rocky Marcoux is the head of economic development for the city of Milwaukee. He's been in the job for a good decade or so.
Yep.
A very important force in bringing companies and keeping them and helping them grow.
Sure. Mayor Tom Barrett as well. I mean, we have what's called now, it's I think our 9th summer in the Summer Youth Job Program, Earn and Learn. When the mayor of the city of Milwaukee said, I need businesses to stand behind and get behind our youth that have nothing to do in the summer. They don't have contacts. So we began a program where we bring in, we aim to shoot to hire 12 kids each summer, train them, we mentor them, we culture them in the world of work. Frankly, I would bring in 20 or 30 if I could, if I had openings. And so, and I'm partnering with the mayor because that can help to make our city a better city, a competitive city.
Now, a company like Palermo, you have customers all over the world, and some of the big, such as Costco. So when you have big customers, that's the end of the supply chain. There's also the back end of the supply chain. I imagine you have a good half dozen to a dozen key suppliers. Do you see any opportunity to develop the local supply chain, whether it's in services,
Sure.
facilities management, supplying raw materials, finished goods, packaging, or whatever? What do you see the opportunities are for the supply chain?
So we're in the food business. So if it's food, what's key to us is quality, food safety, consistency. So that is first and foremost in our world. We need to make sure that we are procuring a safe food source, and that is consistent and follows the high standards that we have that will protect our consumers. We aim for local being defined as within 200 miles of our plant. And
one day supply.
Yes. So we have suppliers from Green Bay and Chicago and west of Madison and southern parts of the state and into other parts of Illinois and Minnesota, and so we select them not only because they're local, but they provide first and foremost that quality standard that we expect.
So what advice would you give to food ingredients company, somebody who says, I think I can really do business with Palermo Pizza. I can maybe a smaller $5, $10, $15 million company that wanted to enter your supply chain, and let's assume they had a good reason for doing that. They have reasonable products and quality. What do they have to do to become your customer? Because they become, I mean, for you to become their customer, because
Sure.
for you could just drag them way up to a different league.
Sure. Well, I mean, I want it all. I expect the best. So I want the best quality for the price that we are paying. And that really is a varying statement. I can buy Italian sausage that has a very expensive meat block and an Italian sausage that has a little more fat and flavor to it. They all have a price difference. So it's the best quality at the best price, service, and value. We have suppliers that, we have one supplier from Chicago who supplies our film to one of our machines. He's constantly in our plant, making sure that his film is running properly in our machines. So we have customers that tell us we need to go above and beyond, and so that's what I say to suppliers: above and beyond. And that's a true partnership where we can agree on product and price and service.
So do you see this as a win-win relationship where it's not just you getting, but also them getting as well?
Mm-hmm. Right. So it's not just a reasonable price or a reasonable service. It is service and price and products that go above and beyond.
Okay. And so you're having partly through the supply chain development, you're having a regional economic impact as well.
Absolutely.
What advice would you give in general, regardless of what you're in your supply chain, for a $5-10 million company, which a long time ago you were, to get to be a $400-500 million company? What are some of the 3 or 4 key things that they have to pay attention to? Build the platform today, so 20 years from now, they'll be employing people and giving back to the community as well.
Well, focus on the business. So focus on growing the business. How are you going to grow the business? And put time and effort and energy into that, which means that you may have to get out and sell or hire a sales force that can sell, because that's going to sustain a company, number one. Number two is the right employees, having the right employees in place, employees that are by far smarter than you in many areas. There are very few jobs that I can do. I mean, and I pride myself in that today, because the employees really know their jobs well, their specific jobs. So that's a second key. I think establishing really good supplier relationships. I get very involved in the innovation and supplier process, working with the multitude of sauce companies and vegetable companies and corrugated manufacturers and printers, and I did all those jobs when I was younger, and it wasn't beneath me to be involved in, to be on press runs where I'm in a press factory that smells like ink and I get a massive headache when I leave, or dealing with trucking companies or whatever. So I want suppliers on our side. I want them excited about things that we're doing, and so that allows them to become innovative, and that allows them to partner. When we open ourselves up to our suppliers, and we open ourselves up to our employees, and we approach our customers with the intensity and the determination that provides for a winning formula.
So let me, Giacomo, I think Palermo, again, pizza is just a phenomenal example of growth. You and I have talked about Scale Up Milwaukee, and you've had a chance to engage Scale Up Milwaukee on a few different events. Just as a conclusion, where do you see the relationship of the future prosperity of the region and projects like Scale Up Milwaukee?
Well, I think if I understand your question, where do I see the future of Scale Up Milwaukee? And so if we can wade into the world of companies that are in that $1 million, $5 million, $10 million range, and come alongside them and help them to look at the ways that they can grow their company and provide examples to do so. The economic benefit for our region is going to be substantial, right? I mean, if we can help a company grow from 1 or 2 million to 10, I'm a builder. I love growth. I love growth. So, and I love looking at companies that have growth potential. So, I'm committed to do all I can do to help companies, and would never turn anyone down.
Okay, well that's licensed. That's licensed to.
That's licensed to get phone calls.
Knock on the door.
I better get some phone calls next week.
Absolutely. Okay, well, Giacomo Fallucca, I want to thank you very much for spending your time with us.
You're welcome.
Wish you all the success. Your success is the region's success, and it's an inspiring example. And look forward to collaborating with this more companies grow. So thank you very much.
I thank you. I appreciate your kind words, and these types of interviews just inspire me to continue to go out there. And I could leave the door right now because I've got more business to get.
Okay, great.
But thank you for your kind words. I appreciate that.